What's going on, everybody? OG here, back with another deck review. Today we are going to be doing a Pokemon deck. But before we get into that, just want to shout out my other channel, Pokemon 24/7. Me, Mikey, and Shuey over there doing tabletop Pokemon and pack openings and all kinds of stuff like that. I just put up a video over there on the Block Snorlax deck, so go check that out. Show some love. Leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think about this after we get into it. But let's see here. Today we got the new, well, not the new, the upgraded Arceus Regidrago deck. Alright, on my other channel, I did a deck review on this Regidrago Arceus deck, and it was okay, but I made some changes. I made some changes to the Pokemon, I made some changes to the supporters, and I made some changes to the items. So, without further ado, let's get into this deck. Alright, now, first off, we're going to do a 3 Arceus V and V Star. Alright, 3-3 count. Arceus in there, pretty good for that Starbirth ability, the V Star power, and the Trinity Nova, 200 damage and accelerate energies. You know, that I think that's the best way of getting energies on your Regidrago. And speaking of Regidrago, we're doing the 2-2 count. Regidrago V and V Star. Alright, Regidrago V Star. If you get into a pinch, you need to use the Legacy Star instead of the Starbirth. Go right ahead. The Legacy Star is you discard the top 7 cards of your deck, and then you can choose 2 cards in your discard pile and put them in your hand. That's pretty cool. But he's in there for that Apex Dragon. Alright. That's copy any of your dragon Pokemon attacks in your discard pile. So that was one of the things I was having trouble with the last build, was there wasn't enough discarding, right? So I kind of upped the discards, right? The discarding aspect of the deck. I kind of made more, right? So we'll get into that in a minute. But next, to do some draw, we have a 2-2 line of the Purloin and Lipard. Now, my last deck, I had the Ralts Curlia engine. Discarding cards, cool. This does the same thing with trade. You know, discard a card from your hand, draw 2 cards. That's cool, but this one has 100 HP, so it can survive an attack from a Greninja. You know, so because Curlias have the 80 HP, you got your 2 Curlias out there, somebody will come out with a Greninja and bop, and then you're out of drawing, right? You just got to rely on your supporters and everything like that. So that's why I put the Lipard in there. All right, 2-2 Lipard. And the Dragons of Choice for the attacks that we want to be putting into the discard pile. Start off with Noivern EX. Alright, that's in there. Let's see. His first attack is Covert Flight 70. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon from your opponent's basic Pokemon, right? And then Dominating Echo 140. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any special energies or stadium cards from their hand. Alright, really in there for that Covert Flight, right? So that's cool. We have the big bad Giratina V-Star, of course, with that Lost Impact, 280 damage, great number. But you gotta Lost Zone 2 energies, which DTEs, you can Lost Zone 1, that was counted as 2. So Lost Impact, we got that going. We have the new Dragonpult EX, right? with either the Jet Punch for 70, which no one's going to probably use, and then we have that Phantom Dive, 200 damage to your opponent's active, and you can put 6 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon any way you like. So that's the new hotness. The new hotness, alright? Dragonpult EX. Goodra, of course, with that Rolling Iron. 200 damage, and then the Pokemon takes 80 less damage from your opponent's attacking Pokemon. So that's a good buff against those, lower attacking damage output decks, So Goodra V-Star in there, pretty good. And in my other deck list, I had a Giratina V for the Shred. I took that out and I put in the Koraidon, right? The Dragon Koraidon with a Shred. 130, and this attack isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it gets through the Mimikyus and all that weird stuff over there, right? So we got the Koraidon. The reason why I put the Koraidon over the Giratina V is because if you start with the Giratina V, you kind of want that to get in your discard pile, or because you can't attack with it. There's not the energy to attack with it. There's not energy to attack with this, but this is a one prizer, right? So it's a little bit less costly to have it out starting out in the active, right, in the beginning of the game, because you want to get it into your discard pile or you want to get it onto your bench. So one prizer instead of the two prizer, we'll take that any day. So those are the Pokemons that we'll be using the attack. So we want to get these Pokemon into the discard pile. All right. Now this is where we get a little spicy. This is where I changed up some of the trainer counts. All right. So to start out, we are doing a 3 count of Professor's Research. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Good way to get cards in the discard pile, and just refresh your hand with 7 cards, right? And then we have a 2 count of Carmine, right? You can play this on your first turn if you're going first, because usually you can't use supporters on your first turn if you're going first. Carmine can. All right, discard your hand, draw 5 cards. Another good way to getting that cards into the discard pile and refresh your hand. Not 7, but you still got 5, so a nice little thing going there. And then we got 2 Explorer's Guidance, right? So let's look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Put 2 of them in your hand and discard the other cards, right? 6 cards. Hey, look, there's a couple dragons, so I don't want to put those in my hand. I'll put these 2 in my hand and then put the dragons in there, right? So more discarding, right? That's what we needed with this deck, was more discard. More ways to discard, getting these dragons in there. Of course, 2 bosses orders, bring them up. And then we have a Serena. You can choose one. Discard up to 3 cards from your hand, and then draw till you have 5 cards. Or you can switch out one of your opponent's bench Pokemon V and put in the active. So it's kind of like a pseudo boss. If they have any Vs out there that you want to bring up, you don't want to discard anything. So essentially kind of a third boss kind of thing. It can be, right? Versatile. Just one Iono. Just one. That's all you need. We are more into the discarding cards than disruption, If you want a disruption deck, go get Arctina. And then that's where you have the 4 bosses, 4 judges, 4 Ionos, or any kind of count like that, right? But we only got 1 in this deck. Just a little bit of disruption, just a little bit of spice. So those are the supporters. And if you go check out my other deck lists on Pokemon 24/7, you will see that the supporter line is different. All right, this one, I think it's been working. It's actually been working. All right. I played a little bit of it online. I don't like playing online. I rather play IRL. But I played both IRL and online, and both times they have this list has been pretty okay. All right. So those are the supporters. Start with the items. We're gonna have a 4 count of nest balls. Right. You really want to start out with that turn 1 Arceus energy attachment. Go get a Purloin. Go get a Regidrago V. Get that into your onto your bench so you can start rolling, right? And start getting your stuff going. And then after that, we have a 4 count of Ultra Ball. Another way of discarding cards from your hand. Go and get other cards. You know, go get that V Star Regidrago or Arceus V Star. All right. So another way of discarding cards and grabbing Pokemon you need. 2, capturing aromas. Right. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for an evolution card. If tails, search your hand for a basic. Put it in your hand. Is this a way to, you know, if you need to go grab a dragon, you go grab an Arceus. Just a little flippy. I don't like flippies, right? So that's why I only got 2 in there. But it's been working out pretty good so far. Of course, in a Arceus deck, I always like going with 2 switches. Everybody plays 1 and a Jet Energy. I play 2. 2 switches and a Jet Energy. I like the versatility of getting out of the active when I want to, right? Because everybody's trying to, oh, I'm going to boss up your Purloin, so just sit there. No, it's okay. I got another switch, right? So 2 switches. Then we have a Earthen Vessel, right? Discard a card from your hand, another way of discarding, and go grab 2 energies. That's really cool if you have like dragons that you don't want in the beginning of the thing, and you need that turn 1 energy attachment to your Arceus. You have that in your hand. Discard, let's say, discard the Gudra. Go get 2 energies. Get that turn 1 attachment, and then you're golden, right? You're golden, pony boy. We got a 1 count of Super Rod. You never know when you're gonna have like a Regidrago discarded or some energy discarded if you do a Carmine or a Professor's Research. It's just a one of just to get some of that stuff back so you can start using it. We have a Lost Vacuum in there, a 1 count, just in case, you know, your opponent has a Bravery Charm or a Hero's Cape, or they have a stadium out there that you don't want to be out there that's helping them and not helping you very much. So get that Lost Vacuum and disrupt a little bit. So Lost Vacuum is in there. And the A spec of choice, we have the Maximum Belt. All right. So Maximum Belt, Lost Impact. That's 330. That knocks out a Charizard. All right. Um, put a Maximum Belt on the Arceus V Star, depending if it has a DTE or not. You can either be doing 250 or it'll be doing 230. It knocks out most X's. So Maximum Belt is in there. In my other list, there was a Maximum Belt and a Choice Belt, but I decided to take out the Choice Belt because we're trying to get that Dragon Pult EX in there, trying to do damage counters, putting all that stuff in there. So we just got the Maximum Belt. All right, like I said, it's been working so far. It's been working for me, and I like it. And now with the energies, of course, we have the 4 DTEs. All right, double turbo energies. They put them on a Pokemon. It counts as 2 colorless, but the attack does 20 less. So that's just mainly for your Arceus. So you can, get like a turn 2 attack going. Start doing that Trinity Nova, getting those energies on your Regidrago or other Arceuses, whatever way you want to go, right? Whatever way you want to go in the match. And then we have a 5 count of Grass Energies. Of course, we need Grass Energies to power up the Regidrago V-Star. Each of them has 2 grass, 1 fire. So 5 in there in case you need to attach 1 to your Arceus or whatever thing like that. So 5 grass energies, 3 fire energies. You know, of course, for the Regidragos, they need 1, so we put 3 in there. All right, and then we have a jet energy. Of course, I like that versatility of being able to switch out when I need to. Right, I just don't think that 1 switch will do. Right, 2 switches, 1 jet energy. And last but not least, we have the mist energy, so we don't get frenzy gouged, or you can slap that on your light part so it doesn't get dragon pulted. You know, the mist energy stops the effect of your opponent's Pokemon, right? Like the Sableye stuff and the frenzy gouging, the effects of the attack, right? This I was thinking about. It might be turned into a Luminous energy, just for that potential extra fire or extra grass. But right now it's the mist, right? So this is my deck right now. This is the list that I'm using. Um, it's been working. It's actually surprisingly really good. With the Explorer guidances and the Carmines, more discard, right? Discard, discard, discard. Serena discards, Ultra Ball discards, right? Earth and Vessel discards. So that's what you need in this deck, discarding, because you want to get these dragons into the discard pile. So your Regidrago will be able to Phantom Dive or Rolling Iron or Covert Flight, Lost Impact or Shred. Just bam, just go get them. So let me know down below if what you think about this deck, or if you would change anything, do any different counts or anything like that. Once again, shout out to Pokemon 24/7, and yeah, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and that will be doing it with this Arceus Regidrago deck. If you try it out, it's fun, and hey, I hope you have fun with it. So I'll see you guys later. Have fun, everybody.